So we have to talk about Obama once again on today's show. And yes, I know I covered this story a few days ago, but several of you sent me some clips that honestly I found quite interesting. Plus, I also had a couple of clips as well that I didn't put into the first video. And it seemed like you guys enjoyed that first video. So here we are again. Obama is absolutely cooked. I mean, and when you think about it, literally just a decade ago, 10 years ago, Obama would not have received the amount of pushback that he is currently getting. It's honestly amazing. And I love seeing it. People are not buying into the Obama, smooth talking anymore. So with that being said, let's dive in.
Well, President Obama, former President Obama is at it again. This time he's out there stumping for young black men to have gay mentors in their lives. Wow. That's interesting. Obama had the largest platform in the nation and quite possibly the world for 8 years. It would have been nice to see a good portion of that time trying to ensure that, maybe that more black children have fathers in their homes, combating that fatherlessness issue, which is the worst problem of black America, could have and should have been a hallmark of Obama's presidency. I mean, why would the first black president not take that issue on? Why would he not take it on head on? How about creating a task force? How about a national presidential mentorship program aimed directly at it with all the fanfare and promotion? How about making that good cause for a real problem more popular and successful than Black Lives Matter, which is a bad cause for a fake problem? I don't know. Maybe he was just too busy, cozying up the nations that hate us and giving them billions of dollars, I guess maybe. Or maybe he was just too busy trying to figure out how to perfectly light up the White House with blasphemous colors. I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, well, he gave some speeches. He gave some speeches and he promoted a couple of organizations. Yeah, sure he did. But as president, he could have made significant strides and real change. He didn't. That's par for the course. Obama has become filthy rich, and he has moved on up way past a deluxe apartment in the sky. Is that what his hope was as he was pushing for change and running on both? It must have been, because the vast majority of his base got neither from his presidency, and now they're getting some real bad advice.
Oh, man. Hey, listen. That is Mark Robertson. I believe he ran for governor of South Carolina? North Carolina? One of the Carolinas, if I remember correctly. One of the Carolinas. Anyway, listen, Obama giving that advice on the Michelle Obama podcast, it's woken a lot of people up. He's getting a whole lot of pushback, including from this gentleman here who is Bishop Wooden, who actually, I believe I showed you guys a YouTube short of him. I don't know. Maybe last year. I don't know. I've shown you guys a YouTube short of him before, so check it out.
David is the king. He is in a position in life where he is so blessed that he's the master of all that he surveys. Every place he looks, it belongs to him. He conquered the Amorites. The Syrians were so afraid of him that they didn't want to fight with him no more. He was a class leader and a champion, a strong man, large and in charge. He looks out and he sees this woman, and he gives the response that most guys give when they see a woman who is very, very beautiful. He inquired as to who she was. There's no sin in asking who she is. We know she was very beautiful because the Bible says that she was very beautiful. The scripture doesn't say that she was beautiful. The scripture says in verse 2, she was very beautiful. I guess everybody has their opinion on what very beautiful looks like. And so she was very beautiful, and David sent and inquired, and he got the answer that he sent for. And the answer should have ended it. This is why I'm talking about bridling your desires and learning to be satisfied. Someone said, oh, I know her. She's the daughter of Elam, and she's the wife. Now, when the word wife came back, that should have stopped. It should have been it. She's the daughter of Elam. Now, daughter, he might want to go a step further because I know he wouldn't be interested in anybody's son. See, David was a man's man. I heard a big pot-belly preacher one time say, David and Jonathan, they had a homosexual, borderline homosexual relationship. Had David been living, he would cut that man's stomach open and let his intestines spill out. David wasn't no homosexual. David wasn't interested in a man. David was a man's man. He had the strength of a man and the weaknesses of a man. These people are trying to homosexualize the Bible. The devil is a lie. Speaking of homosexualizing, while I'm at it, Barack Obama, I'm going to make you all mad now, but you're going to get mad at him, not me. You may get upset with me for telling it, but I tell you what I want if it's public. If you go on a podcast, it's public. And so he went on his wife's podcast, and I'm going to play a little bit of the conversation, won't play much, but he was telling people, God gave, people mothers and fathers. Obama said that you need more than a father. You need more than to be exposed to that one man. You need to be exposed to other men who can give you some perspective on that man. And he was talking about young men, which he never raised a son. So he's given advice on what young men need. And let's look at what else he said. The other thing that he said, not me, that a young man needs. Roll the tape.
That's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
That's their daddy.
One dad. No matter how good the dad is.
He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to get the boys some perspective on the dad.
Yeah.
Right? One of the most valuable things I learned as a guy
Listen to this.
was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
All right, let's stop right there. Now, according to him, what our young boys need is a homosexual male in their lives. Now, what kind of man would say something like that? Is that what our boys need now? Is that what our young men in college need? A homosexual professor, I don't call them gay, a homosexual professor so that man can keep him straight in case he says something ignorant. Like in case the guy say what guys normally say, because straight guys don't think homosexuality make any sense, because we can't understand for the life of us why you would be interested in yourself.
So that is Bishop Wooden. And like I said, I've covered him before in the past, but, this is actually a clip that one of you sent me via email. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Checking out Bishop Wooden. This is a 3-hour video, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, the whole sermon, you can definitely do that. Matter of fact, here it is on the screen. So if you want to go check out the full sermon, you can do so. You can pause that right there if you need to. But anyway, he made some great points, especially there at the end. Listen, I don't get it. I guess it's not for me to understand because I'm not in it, but I genuinely don't understand it. How could you prefer that over, beautiful, voluptuous woman? I just, But like I said, it's not for me to understand because I'm not in it, And it's not even like, because I know how the left always tries to spin things. Oh, well, you're homophobe and you hate this, you hate. Nah, not once have I gone after anybody for their sexual preference. I hang out with a gay couple every 4th of July. That's facts. I might see if they want to come on camera eventually, but that's facts. You know, they have a get together. We all hang out. It's all a good time. Not once have we ever talked about the fact that they're gay. Not one time. That's never came up in conversation. Not once. We talk about regular things just like everybody else talks about. We don't talk about that. They've never pressured me or, hey, maybe you should. No, nope, not once. So this whole narrative, oh, well, you hate these people. That's BS. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't agree with it, but I don't hate people. For what? You know, and honestly, I think that's a projection from folks on the left because they always hate anybody that disagrees with them. They automatically assume that we hate anybody that disagrees with us. And it's not the case. It's just not the case at all. Just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean that I hate the people. Like, that's silly. That's silly. You know? Anyway, let's jump into this next clip.
Let me get just a quick moment of your time for a rant. It is necessary, and I have to get this out. What I'm going to say is going to offend a lot of people. Some of you will quit watching my channel because of it. If that's the case, I understand. This needs to be said. This has to do with everything that Barack Obama took it upon himself to say to black men recently in an interview with his wife. There is somebody behind the scenes who believes that the former president is a mentor or a daddy voice or someone that black men look up to. First of all, let me disabuse that person of that idea.
Please
Barack
do.
Obama is not our daddy. He is not somebody that we admire.
Facts.
He is not somebody that we seek out his opinion to help guide us through the difficulties of this life. Not even close. This week, the former president took it upon himself to suggest that black boys don't just need a father in their life. Having a father is not enough. Somehow, they need the presence of a gay man to help guide them, to help them understand the world, to help them understand their fathers. That is insane. It's insane. So in case the former president is wondering, sir, we do not need your advice. We do not seek your opinion. This is above your pay grade, and you have no idea what you're talking about. In reality, there are elements in this society that have been at war with black people, in particular black men, for the better part of a couple of centuries. Apparently, the former president is one of those elements. Telling black boys that their dad is not enough, that they don't need him, is a shame. It's a disgrace. It's a crime. Pretending and perpetrating as if you're helping people when actually you're giving them the worst possible moral advice, the worst spiritual advice, the worst practical advice is simply evil. Mr. Former President, stand down. You were not requested. You were not invited. Your opinion holds no weight. It holds no value, and we do not hear you as you were.
Nah, I agree. 1,000%. You know, in a society where the black father is already absent enough, you know, Barack Obama decided that it would be a great idea to just go and pour cold water on the black fathers that actually are in their children's lives, you know? But he's all for black folks, though. But, yeah, let me just dump some cold water on the fathers that actually are in the kids' lives, you know? Hey, kid, your dad ain't enough. What? We already got problems. And now you want to tell little black boys that the ones that are in their lives ain't enough? It's crazy. It's crazy. Maybe the goal really is to destroy the black family. The ones that actually are still intact, right? Destroy the black man. The ones that, you know, obviously still are in their children's lives. Maybe that is his goal. Kind of seems like it, don't it? Kind of seems like it. Just saying. Check out Charleston White. This is the last clip, and I'm going to get y'all out of here, all right?
You got Trump, you got Obama. What do you think about Obama? How much did Obama do for the black community?
Nothing.
You don't think he did a lot of good for the black
He
community?
didn't do nothing for
He didn't
black
change your life positively? Like,
He changed.
but he's black.
He spent 8 years. He spent 8 years giving the homosexual community all of our civil rights. We still need a little bit more. So Dr. King and them fight wasn't for integration. It wasn't really to take the Jim Crow signs down. The initial fight, and it lasted for a while, the initial fight was equal rights and equal protection under the law. The Asians now have equal rights and equal protection because they have an Asian hate bill. You can't do nothing to Asian. The Jews, very well protected. Black Americans, not so. So when I look at Obama, he had an opportunity, but he wasn't raised with a black American. So he don't connect with us. He don't relate to us because he's not a black American. He come from an African man who had a baby with a white woman overseas and raised by his white racist granddaddy and his loving white grandmama. He grew up throughout school dating white women. Like, who you date, your mama? Michelle was a political move for him.
You think so?
He would never got elected had he had a white woman. That's why Kamala couldn't get elected. Ain't nobody vote for no black woman with no white man.
Hey, listen. I have seen rumors that it is, or that Obama, his entire life, had never dated black women until Michelle or Michael, right? And so that is quite interesting. It is quite interesting. And like, why didn't anybody know that until now? You know, it's kind of interesting.
Coming from our culture, each with their own kind. If you want to lead us, each with their own kind. White America would never pick a white. Why you think that boy got kicked out of England with that black woman? You gonna come bring this to our bloodline? No, man. That's why mama them said you don't go over there and have no baby with them people. You stay over here. Red birds and blue birds don't fly together, but they both birds, each with their own kind. You can't be mad about that. So Obama could not relate to the black American struggle coming from the Nigger slave. He's not a seed of a slave. So why would he cry with us? He wouldn't cry with his people, homosexuals.
Those are his people.
Them his people.
You,
Man, them his people.
Stop.
You saw what man, listen.
You think?
Yeah, he gave them the world. Yeah, them his people. How you recognize your kind? By their actions. Homosexuals got actions. That's how you know they're homosexuals. He with his kind.
You're saying Barack Obama's gay?
I'm speculating based
you
on his mannerism. He wasn't tough enough in the White House. George Bush was tough. Andrew Jackson was tough. Every motherfucking body was tough except him. Get along, go along kind of. Man, we don't need no president to get along and go along. We damn near need a dictator. So, I'm Trump all day because America needed something that it had never had. They needed somebody that wasn't a politician.
That's facts.
Couldn't get a soldier. Shit, we got a con man. This man done played all kind of roles. He done been in every role. He done been in every face of every ethnicity in every culture from the 60s to now. From being on Apprentice to dibbling and dabbling with all the hip-hops, Don King, Mike Tyson, So, man, this man is a black icon to us.
Oh, you're calling not a con man. What do you call a chameleon? Chameleon.
Let me just break this down. A con man is not a crook. A con man is a short term for a confidence man.
Ah, I got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, they just turn into con. A confidence man.
But even though he's never been in a fight before, you're okay with that. He's still your president.
One time I got asked, could I level a house? Because I'm a confident man. Say, hell yeah, I can level that house. Took me all summer to do it. Could I do it?
I'm sorry, bro. He said I got asked if I could level a house. You know what? I said, yeah, I could do it. Bro, what? Level an entire house? And if you don't know who Charleston White is, obviously you see a little bit of it in this clip, but he's a guy who honestly says some pretty wild things from time to time. But in the midst of him saying wild things, he'll say things that are like 1,000% facts that nobody can refute. And sometimes it's stuff that a lot of people are just afraid to say, and he'll just say it, right? He's just somebody that doesn't hold back. He just says some of the wildest and sometimes funniest stuff, man. Oh, goodness gracious. I like Charleston White, though. I like him. He's pretty funny.
One time I got asked, could I level a house? Because I'm a confident man. Say, hell yeah, I can level that house. Took me all summer to do it. Could I do it? No, didn't know it was just damn hard. Underpriced myself. But I'm a confidence man, so I believe I can do anything. Man, if you mess with me, I believe I can whoop John Cena. Physically, probably not. But you can't tell this little mind. I can't. As impossible as it seems, I think I can. Man, that's what I tell myself in any situation.
Who fed this to you as a kid? Were you ever
in
sales? Were you ever like...
No, the books, the little red caboose.
Which books?
The little red caboose about the train.
That's it?
All the stories that they tell you as a kid. So, man, I had toys, but I read books because it was a form of traveling as a kid.
This book?
Yeah, I think I can. I've been a little red caboose.
Yeah, I had toys, but I read books because it was a form of traveling as a kid. Wow. Never thought about it from that perspective. That's interesting. You know, getting lost in the story is a form of traveling as a kid when you have a great imagination. Wow. Wow. That's incredible.
So they tell you things as kids. That trick you. Sticks and stone may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. I make myself believe that.
Nah, I believe that.
Affirmations.
Man, so you hear sayings and folklores and things that you hold on throughout life from wise people.
Yeah.
There's many stories that children can get out of these kind of books, but now they got gay stuff in books, so kids can't get this kind of inspiration and motivation when they feel like the little bitty red caboose. Say what's up, everybody? It's your boy
Charleston White, ladies and gentlemen. Charleston White. Absolutely hilarious guy. An absolutely hilarious guy. But like I said, man, Obama is facing a whole lot of backlash once again. Because if you remember, right before the election, he tried to scold black men because we weren't supporting Kamala in the numbers that he liked. And he received backlash then. And now it's happening all over again. And as you guys saw in the first video, it's happening from all sides. And of course, you saw it here in today's on today's show that it's still happening. And yeah, man, I think the Democrat Party is in serious trouble. In serious trouble. Not only are their poll numbers terrible, they don't have the next candidate to be pushed to the top. It's looking like it's going to be a race between Pete Buttigieg and Gavin Newsom. Yeah. How great is that going to be? Gavin Newsom being the Democrat nominee. Ooh, J.D. Vance or whoever else is the nominee for the Republican Party. They're going to have a whole lot to say about California. That's how, you know, America wants to be ran, like California. So much poop on the streets that they have to, they create an app for it. Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Crazy. Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete, what has he ever done? You know? So, yeah, I don't think the Democrat Party is in any shape to win anytime soon, especially now with their black messiah, Barack Obama, losing support every single day. People discovering who he really is. He's not really a man for the people. He's a man for the globalists, for the elites. Just trying to push us a message. with a nice smile and some fancy talking. But people are seeing through it and absolutely love it. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Make sure you guys smack that like button for the algorithm. I will greatly appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.